Hello and a very good evening to everyone joining me on this Newsline Facebook Live. The coronavirus cases continue to be on the rise across the country, and on an everyday we are seeing over 85,000 cases being reported on a daily basis. So the daily caseload has increased. In fact, India is the fastest growing country in terms of the coronavirus cases. While this is extremely worrying, the one hope that we have against coronavirus in our fight against the virus is the vaccines that are being developed. And while there are several vaccines that are being developed across the world, in the country as well, the first registered vaccine against coronavirus is the Sputnik vaccine that has been manufactured in Russia. Now, during his visit, the Union Defence Minister Rajnath Singh was also given the same, and he was also given a sampling of the same to see the vaccine. And now Russia is in talks with India to manufacture these vaccines. That there are a few concerns about the same as well, and the concerns being that the phase 3 trials have not been conducted effectively for these vaccines. There's very little information about it, very little research that has been conducted on it as well. On one hand, Russia has said that it is absolutely sure of the vaccine. It has even been administered to Vladimir Putin's daughter. So while Russia claims that this is the best known fight against the virus, across the world there are still concerns over the efficacy of the vaccines. So while the debate still continues over the efficacy, now India is in talks with Russia. Russia itself has confirmed that they are in advanced talks with India to mass manufacture these vaccines. There are a few concerns. Of course, while it is a welcome move if we all have access to a vaccine, it's also important to see whether it could have any adverse effects. One of the most important points being that this vaccine has been tested on people from the age of 20 to 30. So it does not have a big sample size that has been taken into consideration, and that's one of the biggest concerns as far as this vaccine is concerned. To talk to us more about it, Dr. Shashidhar Buggi joins us over the phone line, the former director of RGCI ICD. Many thanks, Dr. Shashidhar, for joining us. Would you say that it's good news that India is in talks, advanced talks with Russia on the mass production of these vaccines, or do you think we should tread cautiously on this?
Yeah, definitely. One important thing is, the whole world is at it in coming out with a vaccine, an answer for it, a vaccine and also the drugs. But at present, regarding the vaccine, lot of news is going on. But however, any drug or because we know that the coronavirus, it is a new virus.
Yeah.
And whenever we come out with a vaccine or a new drug, one of the important thing is there cannot be any hesitancy in this respect. Because there are definite guidelines are there. The guidelines are to be followed, and we hope that they will definitely follow it. But however, in this scenario, if any company which tries to shortcut and I want to come first means there are problem connected. So one of the important problems which we face in a such a situation about the vaccine is the hesitancy with which the vaccine is being introducing, and also it has to be supplied entire world. Number one. So that the inequitability of distribution is also one of the major problems. And also another important thing is some people, there is a group of people, they don't take vaccine at all. They are against the taking it. They are called anti-vax group of people. When such a thing is there, any company which tries to bring out with the trials and if there is any complication, safety is very, very important.
True.
And safety and efficacy. Even I will tell you, sometimes I think you must have seen in the previously, whenever any which is well accepted vaccine also is given to the pediatric group, and if something happens, there will be so much of hue and cry.
Yeah.
So when these are the things are there, and of course, there is so much of fear about the disease itself.
Yeah.
The coming out with a vaccine, and that too, there is one company, which is coming out with a nasal spray. Which is actually it is easy to administer also instead of injections. That is also one of the way it can be given.
That's right. So we need to look at
we
the
are all
challenges as well as what you're saying, especially because, this is something about life and death. So while we are all anxious and waiting for a vaccine to come out, it's also important to note all the
safety.
adverse effects that it could have as well.
Definitely. Very safety is very, very important because I will tell you now, even if you give 99 cases good, and if there is even in one case if there is a problem, there will be so much of negativity of the vaccine means, then it will be really suffers.
Yeah.
So at this stage, the ICMR and the people who are done like WHO at the world level, these are the forums which are very, very important in accepting. And I think there should not be any hurry, because I would like to quote one example wherein even a drug which has come and it is there since quite some time in the market under adverse drug reaction monitoring system, which is there in it is under the central government and it has been implemented throughout the country.
Yeah.
There are many drugs are being withdrawn because of the adverse reactions. The same way, when such a scenario is there, if a vaccine comes, so as far as there should not be any hesitancy. A proper trial, because phase 2 trial is going on.
Yeah.
And of course, one important thing is India is a place where the large number of production can be done. We have the manpower, we have this one, and apart from that, the giving a vaccination to huge population in our country is also one of the biggest problem. I'm telling you.
That's right. And
so all these issues are there. But however, I am happy to say that a lot of companies are working hard to come out with a vaccine. We hope that in another at least 1 or 2 months, if we get it, it is well and good.
Right.
Because
so in this Russian vaccine,
that,
Doctor, in this Russian vaccine, while it might be the first registered vaccine against coronavirus, there is some skepticism as well that has been put forward by a few groups regarding the sample size as well. It's just 76 people it has been tried on, and the age group also is 20 to 30. So it's not going to be equally effective on the others as well. So these are some of the factors that need to be kept in mind.
Another thing which I would like to put forth before through you is, in many cases, the large number of cases should be there. I'm telling you. This is very important.
Okay.
And in such cases, better to many of the centers, even a government institution where large number of patients will be there. Many times what we have seen, these are being tested in some private, this one where the credibility itself is doubtful, to tell you frankly.
Right, right. And now we have also seen drug makers come out and take the pledge that they are not going to send any drugs to the FDA unless they're absolutely sure of the safety of these vaccines, because it's equally important to ensure that
ICMR will look into it. ICMR will it has to look into it. Okay. And we hope that everything goes well, and because this is also very important factor to normalize the system, normalize our economy, normalize see, there is so much of problem which is being faced because of the corona.
True, true.
See, non-corona diseases are being like tuberculosis and mass vaccination which is to be done, it is not being done. And malaria, there is an increase in the malaria, so that there are cardiac problems, diabetics, lifestyle disorders, because it has affected every section of the society, I'm telling you. And this vaccine, well, definitely is going to be a boon, but we have to be careful. That's
right. All right. All right. Many thanks, Dr. Shashidhar Buggi, for joining us with your thoughts on that. So Russia has approached India for not just the phase 3 trials, but also for the manufacture of the vaccines. But it comes with its own caveat as well, and that is that there's not enough study or enough research available that these vaccines are actually productive in ensuring that it can be an effective way to counter coronavirus. So these are some of the doubts that have been issued already. Of course, doctors, experts believe that the ICMR will look into it. As of now, they are still in the advanced talk stage, and the mass production has not started yet. And it goes without saying that the drug controllers will look at how effective it's going to be, to look at the efficacy and also ensure that there are no side effects, and only then start the production. But of course, this also means that the wait for the vaccine continues, even if it means that we are one step closer towards it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.